Hello everybody, welcome to episode 5 of Kerbal Space Program's .24. And if you notice here, the planet Kerbin looks oh so pretty. So yet again I have installed a mod that makes it look nicer, the Astronomer's Pack. It's part of the Boulder, Colorado Visual Enhancements mod. I think if you do a search for the Astronomer's Pack, I think that's what it's called. I'll link it in the description, but it's like an add-on to the already cool clouds and city lights. And I tested it out a little bit, and it looks so sweet. So let's go back to our game. So if you were with us last time, we grabbed a bunch of contracts. We finished, let's see. Yeah, we got the 909 in orbit. We orbited Kerbin, we tested the Sepratron, and we tested out the T-45 engine. So let's go. We got a crap load of science, so let's go ahead and actually spend some of those science points. So we can... I like this one because you get SAS, and we can start getting probe bodies along with some kind of wings, so we'll grab that one. We have so much, we could probably finish this column. We'll grab this one, we get struts and the stability enhancer, as well as the big decouplers and this tricoupler. I like that. And we'll finish it off, we'll get these little radial engines and a bigger fuel tank. Perfect. So that the tier just exponentially grows, it gets a little bigger. I think the next thing we'll go for is the solar cells, because those are just so useful. They're just infinitely useful. Now let's take a look. So these are all the things that we've done so far around Kerbin. Looks like we didn't get one for flying at Kerbin. We can try to check that one out. But nothing from the moon yet. So far we've just had a bunch of stuff from Kerbin, and that's fine. So let's check out some contracts. So we have here science data from space around Kerbin. And there's a big giant procedurally generated paragraph that's just double speak. An evidently overworked team from the Winter Hour Aircraft Emporium pulling out another all-nighter would be the first to admit that we weren't making any progress at all towards learning if a day in Kerbin was apparently 6 hours long. That's one sentence. So you see what I'm saying. It's just I don't really get it. It's supposed to be a joke or something, but anyway, we have to transmit or recover scientific data from space around Kerbin, which I'm sure we've already done. It just didn't count it because we didn't have the actual contract. So we'll grab that one. I'm done testing parachutes. They're a pain in the ass. I'm certain we tested this one already. The TT-18 Launch Stability Enhancer. Maybe it's a new one. Let's just grab it anyway. Test a radial decoupler landed at Kerbin. That's interesting. I don't know why you would use it immediately landed. I don't know. We'll skip that one. Oh, and this is a fun one. Rescue Mr. Matlorf Kerbin from Kerbin. He's in orbit. I think he's stuck. Yeah. He's stuck in orbit around Kerbin, yeah. Rescue him safely. So we have 4 years to do this one. I think we could totally do it. He's aboard a vessel, and we gotta get him home safely. Let's take it. We'll take that challenge. There's a decoupler splash down at Kerbin. Oh, and explore the moon. That's the first. Wow, that's cool. So, and prestige is exceptional for that one. 15, Mark 15. RT on an escape trajectory. A lot of these things are getting a lot more ridiculous, but let's just take those contracts that we have so far. And let's take a look. Let's try to build something. Actually, let's look at the thing here. Let's see if we can find the guy. There he is. There's Matlorf. So he's orbiting. He's a Class A object. That's pretty funny. He was discovered on year 1, day 1. So we're gonna try to rescue that guy. And we'll build our craft around that. Let's go in here. So we're gonna need a craft that has 2 of these things, unless we send up a robotic one. But let's make it with 2 command pods. I think that'll be more interesting. I have to figure out how to actually do it. Yeah, there's the launch stability thing, which I'm certain we grabbed already. Let me just check the contracts. Yeah, the T18A stability enhancer. We did get that one already, but oh well. I guess we're gonna get it again. That's fine. So we'll put our parachute on there. Let's see what we can do. I mean, I'm thinking maybe do something like this. And maybe one more. See if we can attach it like that. It looks like it's being a little weird. Actually, let's see. We'll double it. Hopefully we'll be able to turn it. It's kind of a pain in the butt. Of course it's doing this. It's not letting me turn it again. That just looks weird. Come on, you piece of junk. Ugh. I'm not really sure that's what that's all about. I feel like it should be able to work. It's just being stupid right now. Think. I'll have a think about this. We'll construct something. Yes, so I've decided I'm just going to use the probe right on top of the actual capsule. And we'll make sure to empty the capsule out so that the probe will basically drive this thing up there. And we'll grab Meatloaf Kerbin or whatever the heck his name is. We have the reaction wheel. That's pretty sweet. We'll definitely slap that on there. We should also put a couple radial parachutes on the side for when this thing comes to a landing. Alright. Second thoughts here. Let's put the Science Junior up there because we are going to want to do some experiments. So we'll just put our like standard Science Junior up there. There we are. Now we can put the coupler. Then we can put the SAS. Nice. Okay. So we'll have to rendezvous with him. We'll just use a little bit of fuel. I like this little 909er engine. That was pretty good for that. Alright. And then from there, it's just a matter of making a launch vehicle. Let's go ahead. We'll grab 3 of these babies. I like this particular build. I think it works out pretty nicely. And we'll grab the gimbal engine along with some struts just to make sure everything stays together. Okay, and why not? Let's stick some boosters on the side. We'll use the big heavy ones because I like those. We'll just strut everything down. It's looking like a rocket. And we'll, last but not least, we'll put these on here to satisfy the contract again. Let's put some batteries on. We didn't do that last time. 3 ought to be fine. And I just think there's any other science things. Now we got the goo, we got the Science Junior. Yeah, it's good. So I think all we have to do is just transmit or recover data from space around Kerbin. Yeah, so we'll just go ahead and do that once we're up there. Let's just mess around with our stagings. We want that to go. We want the boosters to light right in the beginning. We also want the main engines to light. First thing that happens is boosters will separate. Then the whole big shebang will separate. That engine will light. This thing will decouple, and then hopefully the guy will be in there. And that will be that. So let's make sure that to remove the crew. Let's actually title this thing. We'll call it Kerbin Orbital rescue. I know, my names are so very creative. They're very utilitarian. They're just like, this is what this thing does. Too bad if you don't like it. Okay. Cool. Everything seems to be in order. Let's go and launch it. So here we are on the launch pad, and let's just go ahead and... there he is. Matlorf. So we'll just set him as the target, and he's in about the precisely the wrong location, so let's warp him around a little bit. And oh man, that's totally the Auroras. That is so cool. They're on the South Pole too. Oh, that is awesome. So if you guys still needed a reason to get this mod, I hope you found it right there. That is so cool. Again, the Astronomer's Visual Pack. So darn cool. I can't wait to check out what the rest of the solar system looks like, if Kerbin looks this cool. I bet the Joule system looks really good. But anyway, so we're warping around. We're going to wait till he gets to about here. Ish. Right about there should do it. So we'll get this thing throttled, and here we go. Yeah, so we get the stability enhancer. We get that one. Which I'm certain we got that one already, but who knows? Who really knows? You can see the clouds in here. It just really makes it look so much cooler, so much more realistic to have the clouds. Look at the moon up there. I can swear the day and night Terminator looks a lot better too. A lot more prevalent. Some booster separation. We'll just get this thing at full throttle. Hopefully I packed enough fuel. What the? Whoa! So, cities have just spawned before our eyes on the surface of Kerbin. They just appeared out of nowhere. Here we go, making our gravity turn. Trying to rendezvous with Mr. Matlorf. Picking up that lateral velocity. Hopefully we don't end up in front of him. I hope we waited enough time. We're just pushing ourselves off this planet. To the upper reaches of the atmosphere. Now it says to get data from space. I might just leave it for this thing. I'm not sure if we did a materials from space yet. Can't remember, to be honest with you. I'm going to keep at this angle, roughly 45-degree angle. Oh, look at that little galaxy right there. It's so cool. So a good ascending node here, 0.2. Push it a little further now. Looks like we've pushed up past the thick stuff. So any movements we make now are really making a difference. Yeah, I'll just go all the way to the horizon now. I'm going to wrap this orbit around the planet. So he's at an altitude of 124. Ooh, so we are going to be way ahead of him. We kind of overdid that one a little bit. So that's okay. We'll place our maneuver node here. And hopefully we can fix that. Looks like we'll have to come out a little bit past him just to slow down. Yeah, how much further? It's 166. But that's okay. We'll meet up on the next pass. So that'll work out just fine. Alright, so we'll just put our ship on the marker there. Time warp around. 11-second burn, so we'll burn it around 6 seconds. Here we go. Pushing ourselves into orbit. Alright, we'll get rid of the node and we'll just manually visualize it here. Yeah, it's pretty good, 1.4. I'll keep that. I'll take that deal. And you know, we could probably get rid of this stage too, but I'll hold on to it for just a little bit longer. So let's zoom around here. So what we're doing is we're coming outside of the orbit to allow Matlorf here to catch up on us from behind. So any minute he should just appear from back there somewhere. And man, let me just take a second to look at how cool that looks. Look at those cloud patterns. That is freaking gorgeous. That just looks so good. So good. Even the moon looks cool too. So he's catching up on us now. We're also catching back up on him again. Getting super close, so what we're going to do now is point our ship. Come on, she's cumbersome. I should really cut off this stage, but I just want to charge up those batteries up one more time. Ah, heck. We'll get rid of this thing now. Actually, I just want to make sure that doesn't smack into us. Alright, so we'll get rid of that. Just kind of try to push that out of the way. There we go. We don't want that big giant hunk of metal to interact with us. That would be quite sad. And we should actually now make a burn straight at him. So we are approaching him now at 5 meters per second, which will get us within 0.2. We want to get it right down to 0. Or close enough to 0, that's fine. That's really fine. And we're coming up on Matlorf. Matlorf Kerbin, stranded in orbit around planet Kerbin. So we'll just make sure that this is pushing straight at him. Oops, my SAS just decided to turn itself off for no reason. There we are. Getting there now. It's hard to see him because it's so dark. Apologies for that. I know the videos always come out better on the light side of the planet, but it always just seems to work out like that, doesn't it? Wow, my SAS just wants to keep turning itself off. Not really sure why. Anyway, there we are. Let's switch over. We can probably tab over to him now. No, not the booster. Here he is. Put his light bulbs on. Flying over to his now pretty much derelict spacecraft. He's happy to see one, I'm sure. Let's get him inside. Board. Yeah, so we got a message. We rescued him. He's now part of the space program. Cool, cool. We rescued him. 12 rep, 6,000 credits. And we got that contract. Good. Excellent. So now that he's on board, let's just do the science here. Well, looks like we already have that one. Huh. Maybe we have to bring it back. We'll do a goo anyway, just in case. Actually, you know what we could do? I just hope we have enough power, is we could put ourselves into high Kerbin orbit, which is, I think, 300, 350, something like that. Let's do that. This way we can get the high Kerbin orbit data. I'd rather have that. Oh, look how nice that looks. I'm just worried about our power running out. So we'll just boost ourselves a little higher. I wish this engine actually powered the batteries, but it doesn't. That's okay. We should have plenty of fuel. I'll just keep the SAS off. So yeah, we'll reset the experiment. And we'll just wait till we get all the way out to high orbit. Steadily losing charge. I don't like that. We'll have to make this quick. Oh, that's cool. Alright, so let's do the crew report. High over Kerbin. We'll keep that data. We will not transmit that data. We'll do our EVA. High above orbit. We'll take our goo. High orbit goo. Goo feels right at home. And last but not least, we'll observe the materials bay. High radiation environment starts to glow. Okay. So we have a bunch of science now. Let's bring this bad boy home. So we can just put a burn in anywhere over here and just bring it on home. That'll get us to land anywhere over here. Although I'm wondering if landed at Kerbin. Let's see. Return home and recover. I'm sure it doesn't really matter too much, right? As long as he's home. We could just, if we're paranoid, we can point it down a little bit just to make sure we'll be on the land. Again, I'm not sure it really matters too much. Let's just get that burn underway in case we're running out of power. So all we're doing is just kind of slowing down. Oh, there's our home continent right there. Yeah, it would be a bit too much energy to just go in like that, I think. Let me just see. Yeah, that'd be a bit of a burn to throw us, and it'd be a bit of a steep trajectory. We'll just keep what we have. There's the KSC. See you later, guys. Yeah, I think they made the day-night Terminators a little more pronounced in this, which is kind of cool. It makes it a lot more realistic. Here we come. So our landing area is somewhere over there. Hopefully we don't come in on any mountains. That's the one thing that I don't want to happen. Putting us over mountains would not be fun or good. So we'll end up rolling down the steep hill. We don't want that to happen to poor Meatloaf Kerbin or whatever his name is. And it looks like. Oh, I hope we miss that mountain range. I really do. Yeah, I think we'll be alright. Boy, this is a real shallow kind of trajectory, isn't it? We might actually land in that little bay right there. Again, not like it's a huge problem. I just get paranoid, especially with these new versions. Like, oh, maybe it won't count if it's in the water. I don't really know. Yeah, maybe that helped. Very shallow trajectory, not a lot of G's. That's good. Good for old Meatloaf here. I don't know why I'm calling him Meatloaf. His name looks like Meatloaf. Yeah, we'll be fine. He'll be just fine. But it's so crazy with the clouds. It just like freaked me out for a second. They're like a lot more dense. And they seem to move a lot nicer. Okay, so here we are. Like, let's get the parachutes open first, just in case we need to use the engine to brake a little bit. You never know. It's so cool. We definitely don't want to lose any of that. We don't want to lose that Science Junior when the parachutes deploy. Falling at about 100 meters per second. Oh, perfect. We might as well keep everything on the spacecraft. Why not? After all, we'll get more money back if we keep the fuel and the engine and the batteries. So here we come for a nice, soft, ooh, oh, thank God. Ah, nothing broke. Okay, good, good, good. And we're just going to end that mission right there. Hope space. Let's see, we got all these science. We got 52 science. EVAs and the crews and the materials. Parts recovered, lots of them. Only a 54% value, but that's okay. And we got our crewmen. Excellent. So let's take a look at the archives here. Nothing active, so I think we got them all. I think we got it. I can't really see it. Science data from space. Yeah, we did it. So that I'd call that a big success, everybody. So we'll end the episode here. We went a little over time, but that's okay. That's why you're here, right? To watch high-quality Kerbal Space Program videos. So thanks for watching again, everybody, and we'll see you in the next episode.